Let me finish my coffee first. Very nice. I like my coffee with a little bit of hazelnut creamer. My wife likes hers black. How do you like your coffee? Please leave that comment below. I like to know what kind of coffee you like. If you drink coffee, maybe you're into tea, maybe you're into just water or some other type of beverage. Leave that information below. Thank you very much. In this video, I'm going to be talking about buying a new RV in contemporary society. This is essentially for the newbies. A lot of you folks already know this stuff, but others do not, okay? If you have any advice to give, please leave it below, and we can all learn from your experience, okay? I'm going to be dealing with this video is divided into two parts, and I'm going to try to keep it short, which is very difficult for me. To be succinct is very difficult. Two parts, uno, dos. The first part is going to be budget, and the second part is going to be lifestyle. Those are the two main determinants of what you're going to buy, okay? So your budget. Some of us come from rather affluent families. Are you affluent? Do you have a lot of cash? Are your parents have a summer home in the Hamptons? Stuff like that. Do you have a place in, very nice place for the winter, another place for the summer? Are you doing pretty good? Are you a professional? Then you can afford whatever you want, okay? You can afford whatever you want. Then there's the middle class, certain levels of middle class. Some of us are middle class and just a couple. Some of us are middle class and have a large family. Some of us are middle class and maybe have one or two children. And some of us are middle class and just single. So there's different budgets that we have as individuals and groups, okay? So what's your budget? And of course, there are a lot of us. There's a lot of Americans that don't have much money, okay? They have very little money in savings. In fact, they're having a lot of issues saving money because they have a lot of bills. They don't have the health insurance. They have to pay out of pocket. They have rent to pay, exorbitant rates and stuff like that. They have a lot of bills and having a lot of issues. That's a very tiny budget. Some of us have gigantic budgets. So you have to determine rationally, where are you on this continuum? Are you affluent, middle class, lower socioeconomic, or just, actually having a hard time, okay? So where are you on this continuum? Second, you have to determine your lifestyle. What is your lifestyle? What do you want to do in this RV? So there's a lot of choices that we make when we go RVing. Some of us want to park it in the back of our house, and we have a space there for that RV on our property, be it a third acre or at the storage unit. Or we have a ranch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 acres, or quite a bit of property for all you affluent types, okay? I've seen one person, I saw one video of a person who has two Prevosts, and Prevosts typically cost over $1 million. Those are Class A buses, okay? Very nice Class A's. I want one. But he has two of them. He had two of them. The family had two of them. They would go on one vacation with one, and then they switch and have it detailed before they got back to it. And they had the other one already detailed, and they went on. And that second one, very nice. Those people have a lot of money. They can do whatever you want. My wife and I, we have a lot of desires, motivations. We see videos of Paris, Barcelona, Kyoto, places in Latin America, Buenos Aires, Santiago. We see a lot of great videos that we want to go visit these places, but is it in our budget? Is it in our budget? RVing is in our budget. We can go maybe once in a while to Mexico, stay, and that's pretty close to Texas, and go, hang out there, have a couple pan dulces with cafe, and have some nice Mexican food. But we can't stay there too long. We can't go to Paris if we decided to go too long. And I don't know if I'm going to go to Japan. I have friends who go to Japan just about every a year. They have family down there. But I don't have family down there. My family is in Silicon Valley, and I'll visit them too, okay? I'll stay with them because it's nice over there. So you want to be a full-timer. Are you going to be a full-timer? Lifestyle, full-timer. Some people want to live in that RV. They want to get out of that house. I can understand. I get tired of mowing that lawn. I get tired of worrying about the roof every time it hails. I see cracks here and there and I go, oh my God, I got to fix that now. Plumbing goes wrong, electrical goes wrong. And again, I have to mow that lawn again. I'm constantly mowing that lawn in Texas because there's a lot of rain in Texas. You get tired of that, so you want to go full-timing. So you get a nice, good-size RV, a good-size RV. I'm talking about, 30, 40 footer. Some of you want a 45-footer. You got a big RV with a lot of underneath storage for your class, A bus, or your fifth wheel. You have a lot of storage. You can put a lot of stuff. You can put your life in there. Your wife's favorite knitting supplies are down there. Your favorite books are down there. Your barbecue pit's down there. Your chairs, your comfy outdoor chairs are down there, etc., etc. So you're essentially traveling with your life around the United States, going, hey, I'm going to go to the Florida Keys. I'm going to go to, Bar Harbor, as they say, Bar Harbor, Maine. I'm going to go to visit friends over there in Seattle and hang out with them for a while. Why not? And maybe I'll go to Montana. See, I've never been to Montana. Let's go to Montana. And, you can go all over the United States camping, at resorts. Some of you want only to go resorts. Some of you only want to go boondocking. Some of you want a combination of that. There's a lot of stuff to do out there. I personally, I'm a big fan of county parks and state parks. And I go once in a while to a national park and do some boondocking, of course. So those are full-timers. Very nice. So you're getting rid of all your stuff, most of it, and what stuff you have left are putting in your storage in your RV, and you're hitting the road. What a great lifestyle. Of course, they can afford that. They know that they're 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're going to do it for 10, 20 years until they get become invalid or whatever, and they're going to... That's a depreciating asset. They understand. Yeah, hey, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go full-timing. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to enjoy myself. Okay? A+. I really like that lifestyle. The next one is the weekend warrior. Some of us are single. Some of us are a couple. Some of us have families. Some of us like to hang out with our friends and go crazy and have a great time and sit around the campfire. Weekend warriors. Maybe you have a 2-day weekend. Maybe you have a 3-day weekend. Maybe you have a 4-day weekend. Maybe you're being sneaky with the people at work and say, hey, I'm not feeling too good. It's a 5-day weekend. So these are weekend warriors. They go to they get their RV, typically a smaller RV. You're talking about 15 to 30 footers, and they go out and have a great time with their friends, family, or by themselves, or with members of their community, or maybe they just want to get away from people. I don't even like people. I'm going by myself in the middle of nowhere and get away from all you crazy folks out there. I'm talking about you, okay? So those are weekend warriors. And then, of course, you have families. If you have a family, you want to take them places. You have to configure your RV to fit your family. Some of them will just throw a tent outside and say, hey, you kids, you stay out there with the bears and the tigers and the lions and the wolverines. We're inside, okay? You kids stay out there, okay? Some of you are nicer. Are you a nicer person? You're going to have your, the dinette converts into a bed for a child, good enough for a child, or a larger child. And maybe they have a sofa that, converts to a bed also. So you have and some people even buy the units with bunk houses. So you have individual bunk houses. And children, I still remember, being a child way back when in the 50s. I loved camping. I loved it. I camped in my backyard. I created with some boxes, and I'd cover it with plastic, thick sheeting, not the type that can kill you, thick sheeting. And I would hang out there in the rain and enjoy myself. And I'd imagine myself camping, okay? My parents weren't of the income. My parents were farm workers. They were migrant farm workers until they settled in Silicon Valley. And, we did not have the budget, okay, to do camping. It wasn't until I became a parent that I took my children camping, okay? Or hung out with my friends in college and we went camping, okay? So then we have the adventurers. That's a very interesting category as of late. The adventurer is typically younger. It's typically younger, but can be older folks. But it's mostly younger. And a lot of the ads, they have these 20s and 30-somethings. They're super cool. Super cool. I'm not cool. I'm not even remotely cool, but they are super cool. They look cool. They're biking, they're motorcycling, they're skiing, they're snowboarding, they're skateboarding, they're hanging out, they're having a good time, they're having a beverage, they're just sitting around the campfire, and the adventurers. So, are you an adventurer? Some of you enjoy going out, so you're gonna need a specific vehicle that can get you there, and you can, go down those horrible roads. Last time I went down a horrible road, I got a flat. Some of you know better than me how to not get a flat. So you got to be careful as an adventurer, but some of you know what you're doing. I personally don't, okay? So finally, I just want to give a little quick summation, is that a word? Summation of the current RV market. There's a lot of inflated prices right now. I've been checking prices on the old internet. And some prices have been inflated. Typically, the price was here, but now they're up here, okay? Dealerships know if they have something on the lot, somebody's willing to now pay a premium. They're willing to pay a premium, and they know they got you, and they're going to take advantage of you, and they're going to charge you extra, okay? So you have to understand, this is key to understanding what I'm talking about regarding pricing of RVs. The typical laminated or sticks and tin RV coming out of Elkhart, Indiana, the wholesale price is about 50 to 60% of the MSRP. So if the MSRP is $100,000, I'm just rounding it off to $100,000. The wholesale price is going to be about $50,000, $60,000. Just saying. So you understand they have a lot of wiggle room, but they're not going to give you that wiggle room because what? They can make a profit off you. Again, I always say this in my videos. The RV salesman, be they a man, woman, being them hella good looking or hella ugly, are not your new best friends. They are not your friends. They're only motivated to what? To sell you something. Maybe not even what you want. It's just what they have a certain inventory, they want to sell you that. Or you can order something, of course, but they want to typically sell what's on the lot. They want to sell what's on the lot. It may not meet your needs, but they want to sell it to you. They're going to say, hey, you should get this. This is fantastic, but I didn't want that. Oh, but you should get it, okay? So there's also long waits for RVs right now. It's typically 6 months. Some manufacturers, a year. That's quite a while to wait for an RV. And hopefully they don't raise the price. They quoted you a price, let's say $25,000, and when you pick it up, it's $30,000. Hopefully they don't raise the price on you. Those people are, they're not being genuine, honest, and caring. Okay. And quality issues. There's a lot of quality issues right now. A lot of RV manufacturers, and it's well known and well documented. A lot of articles and YouTube videos and everything on YouTube you can believe, of course, 100%. You already know that, don't you? But there's some quality control issues. Some people are just trying to get these things out as quickly as possible. And some, quality be damned. Other manufacturers, they're still trying to make sure everything is done to a high standard. Apparently, Rockwood Flagstaff is doing things to a high standard. I haven't heard one complaint about Rockwood Flagstaff, okay? And is it better to wait? This is my final point. Is it better to wait to buy an RV? Maybe. Maybe you have to wait till 2022, 2023 to get an RV. Maybe you have to wait. But a lot of you can't wait. You want it now. That's the hardest thing for a lot of individuals to deal with is, they want to get things now. I want it now. I don't want it later. I want it now. I want to do that now. It's a very difficult thing for a person. You know, it's our childish instinct is to demand things. I want it now. I want it now. But if you're an adult, do I look like an adult? Almost. I'm turning 70 very soon, so I have learned to delay gratification. Say, hey, I'm going to get that. I'm going to save up for 2-3 years and get my whatever I want. For example, this RV, I saved for 3 years so I can pay for this RV that I just ordered, 6 months ago, with cash. I'm going to pay for it with cash. Okay? That's understanding your situation. You say, I'm going to create an account for this RV. Some of you just say, hey, I'm going to walk in the dealership and ask them, can I get credit from you? And they're going to say, yeah, we can give you credit. You got 600 here on the thing here. And, yeah, we could charge you 20% for 10 years. Would you like that? Oh, thank you very much, sir. No. Even myself, with 800 plus credit, my wife with 800 plus credit, we still decided to buy with cash. We had other accounts with a lot of money, but we're not going to go into that money. We decided to create another account to save that $25,000, and plus tax, TT&L eventually. Okay. So this has been my apparently short video. Hope you liked it. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them below. And don't forget, this is very, very, very important for my modest little YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to have some coffee. I really like coffee. Some of you prefer tea. Some of you into other beverages, a scotch, a beer, a glass of wine, glass of water, Kool-Aid. Some of you are into Kool-Aid. Hope you're doing fantastic. From Fort Worth, Texas. Hope you're doing super, super, super fantastic. It's early October 2021. The weather's really nice here in Fort Worth. If you want to come to, Texas, this is the time of year. October, November is the best time to come to Texas. Do some camping here. Why not? Do some camping. I'm hoping to get my RV very soon. I'm crossing my little itty-bitty fingers, hoping to get it in October, November. They promised me August, but you know how RV salesmen are. They're not your new best friend. They are a bit devious. They just want to make a sale. Story's over with, okay? From Fort Worth, Texas. Again, I hope you're doing super fantastic. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.